Good afternoon, all you smexy folks. We had a busy week. First, two corrections from last week. The guitarist is Ben Eller, not Ben Teller. So sorry, Uncle Ben. And I incorrectly named Mahmoud Khalil as Muhammad Khalil. My apologies to both. That being said, let's get into it. Looks like DEI hiring is at it yet again.
Overnight, a deadly weather outbreak, violent dust storms, wildfires, and a string of tornadoes ripping across the country. In Texas, at least 4 people dead after a blinding dust storm swept through the panhandle. Wind gusts hitting 84 miles per hour, visibility near zero.
I mean, look at all those DEI hires turning over those semis and spinning all those tornadoes. I mean, it couldn't be some sort of weather issue that's been impacted by climate change. Well, can I just say that I find that oddly hilarious that when you click on the link models and simulations, it takes you here? That's right, it's a webpage aimed at children. Or maybe NASA scientists realize that some people need a climate change explained to them like they're 6. Tesla and Musk are facing more challenges as stock continues to struggle.
Here trying to make government more efficient, eliminate waste and fraud, and so far we're making good progress.
Tesla taking a hit over Elon's dealings with Doge, with the stock falling nearly 30% over the last month.
Funny what happens when you act in your own company's worst interest. Remember this article published in Forbes back in December? Remind me what EV stands for. And what kind of cars does Tesla make? Oh, right. Yeah, the same guy who said getting rid of EV tax credits will only help Tesla is the same guy who massively helped Trump get elected, which turned into a boatload of tariffs on imported goods that go to make Tesla. Oh, that's embarrassing. It's a bad day for North Carolina Republican Representative Chuck Edwards.
You're lying. I'm a veteran and you don't give a about me. You're taking the
So to be clear, I deeply value the contributions that
just to be clear, you're bullshit and you're not telling the truth. You're not listening.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
Services. For example, folks at the National Weather Service
Are fired.
Tensions are rising as Doge continues its efforts to cut wasteful spending like VA benefits, Social Security, Medicaid. This veteran, Jay Carey, has no regrets about his outburst at Edwards during the congressman's town hall. At least Edwards was willing to take a chance facing the criticism and held a town hall meeting, unlike some of his Republican colleagues. But don't worry, several Democrats, like Tim Walz and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, have already committed to replacing your spineless Republican representatives in your own town halls. Trump continues his criticism of news outlets that report on his activities.
I think I'm president. Am I here because I'm president? But we had to take all of that abuse. Even during the trials, we had to take tremendous abuse. Like, you know, these wonderful guys, they're not legitimate people. They're horrible people. They're scum. And you have to know that. And you're going to have these cases where you can't allow yourselves to be deflected. You just can't let it happen. You have such a higher calling. And I believe that CNN and MSDNC, who literally write 97.6% bad about me, are political arms of the Democrat Party. And in my opinion, they're really corrupt and they're illegal. What they do is illegal. It makes no difference how big a victory I had. I can have the biggest victory in history. It makes no difference what kind of a failure the other side has. These people are going to go after me. These networks and these newspapers are really no different than a highly paid political operative. And it has to stop. It has to be illegal. It's influencing judges, and it's really changing law, and it just cannot be legal. I don't believe it's legal, and they do it in total coordination with each other.
Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, MPD, often exhibit a pattern of blaming others for their actions, mistakes, and shortcomings. A behavior rooted in a lack of empathy and a need to maintain a sense of self-importance. People with MPD frequently reflect responsibility for their actions by blaming others, often projecting their own flaws and shortcomings onto those around them. Individuals with MPD may have a strong sense of self-entitlement and arrogance, believing they are inherently superior to others and deserve special treatment. In some cases, individuals with NPD may play the victim to manipulate situations and gain sympathy or attention. No idea why I needed to tell you that, but maybe have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, the problem is you? Some think that Grandpa doesn't have the capacity to learn, therefore blindly follows archaic beliefs. And then there's this.
First of all, I'd like to apologize to you people. I was invited here to give my support for Bill 401. I have very little knowledge of gay people and things like that there. So when I came here, my eyes were open. I was one of the critics that sat on the side and made the decisions there was only two genders. So I got an education that was unbelievable. And I don't know just exactly how to say this, but my perspective for people have changed. So I don't want to take up no more of your time. I'd like to apologize for being here, and I learned a very lot about this group of people.
This gentleman shows that we all have the capacity to learn and break away from beliefs based on ignorance. I've always said that stupidity is a choice. This man chose wisdom. Be like him. Those rotten LGBTQ plus monsters are at it again. Not too long ago, we saw growing concerns about drag queens grooming children during Drag Queen Story Hour. Oh, and of course, the danger of gender-neutral bathrooms. Turns out there were people grooming children.
Developing tonight at 6, a Roswell youth pastor is now behind bars tonight after investigators say they discovered child sexual abuse.
Hang on, that's the wrong clip. Steve, can you,
29-year-old Zachary Radcliffe.
29-year-old Zachary Radcliffe.
I just want to correct something. It's God bless the USA.
Steve, wrong clip.
This morning, the founder of a famous megachurch has been indicted in a child sexual abuse case.
It says, "Judge not, that you be not judged."
No, I'm not purposely setting up the church by baiting you with anti-LGBTQ plus propaganda and then switching it to what seems to be the actual problem. Okay, maybe I did do that. Yes, yet another church pastor was arrested for doing inappropriate things to children. And all this time, we were told it was trans mice looking to harm our children in public bathrooms. According to numerous reports, such as the Boston Globe's article on child sex abuse by the Catholic Church, yes, I know that's from the movie Spotlight. I'm too cheap to spend $1 it costs to access the Globe's website. To this 2022 article, Child Sex Abuses in Protestant Christian Churches and Offender Topology. The clear danger to children seems to wear a different kind of eye makeup. Other sources, such as this one from Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul, where he states that 451 Catholic clerics and religious brothers abused at least 1,997 children across all the dioceses in Illinois, show that the danger to children isn't coming from the LGBTQ plus community. In fact, according to this study found on the National Library of Medicine's website, in 82% of cases, the alleged offender was a heterosexual partner of a close relative of the child. This study also states that out of the 352 cases, 2, that's right, 2, identified the offender as being gay or lesbian. With all this information, I expect the MAGA crowd to rally together to protect the children from Vacation Bible Study, which seems to be a breeding ground for child predators. Finally, who doesn't like Gary Oldman? From his performances in Bram Stoker's Dracula to his Oscar-winning performance as Churchill in 2017's The Darkest Hour, Oldman has continued to show himself as one of the greatest, turning out legendary performances. Unless you're Stephen Colbert, who thinks Oldman's performances are missing something.
do you think any of your previous characters, any of those performances could have been improved by passing gas? Because I have here an example. We took some of our favorite performances of yours and added that undefinable Jackson Lamb quality. Here we go.
And I bid you welcome, Mr. Harcourt, to my house. Come.
I want you to listen to me very carefully, Harry.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
Get off my plane.
Any regrets of holding out this long? Before adding that je ne sais quoi to certain characters?
Oh, God. Yes, very good.
Yeah, could have been.
It
Could have helped a few.
Could have been.
Could have helped a few.
Could have been.
Okay.
I don't care who you are, that's funny. The fact that Oldman has laughed himself to tears, I mean, it's always good to find those who don't take themselves so seriously. That's our show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm sure you'll let me know down in the comments just how much you hate the new format, which is totally fine by me. Remember, all the links to my research are going to be down in the description. Be sure to join me March 26th as I welcome, surprise, surprise, Danny D live right here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming shows, live streams, and such. I'm Johnny O, and I'll see you next week.